I know you asked something else other than the buy-in. What was the second thing, Gabe? I'm sorry.
The production and how close
Yeah,
you guys are.
You know, obviously the returning guys know more about the league than I do. It's hard. I know bits and pieces about the players, bits and pieces about some of the coaches, but you know, I have never really done a study per team, so I can't get ahead with 2 games a week, and that's why you know, the time that you have to study. I think LSU is the most talented team we've played, the most physical team we've played, the fastest team we've played. We did not handle their physicality nor their fight the first 2 ATOs very well at all. There was a little bit of, we were on our heels. I think there were vibes of, we've been here before. And then I thought we were okay through the rest of the first half. I thought our fight was way better in the second half. We did not close down the last 2 minutes very well. I think they had made 3 with, that was their 3rd shot that possession. It was the lowest turnover rate we've had all year long. I think we had a turnover the last ATO. The first 2 ATOs, they beat us by 14. The last ATO, they beat us by 6. Not talking about overtime. So the 28 minutes in between, we outscored them by 20. Glad we made some shots. It looks prettier. Got more field goal attempts than they did, a number that's important to us. I think it's the first positive assist to turnover game we've had all year. A lot of really good numbers. One of the things that has helped us with our defensive numbers, particularly in league play, is we've done a lot better job on the defensive glass. In the things that we study, we want to get 71% of the defensive rebounds. And we knew that that was what they were great at. In league play, they had been getting 40%. Their offensive rebound rate was 40%. Tonight, we only got 48% of the defensive rebounds. And that's a drastic number. We don't want to just win on the glass. We've done that in the first 3 games. We want to win the offensive rebound category, and we want to win the defensive rebound category. We beat them on the offensive glass by 1. Really good. But they beat us on the defensive glass by 17, and that's a dramatic number. So a lot of good things. Buy-in as good as you could possibly have. That's a credit to their parents. We're improving. Just I need to figure out how to help them a little bit more. We can't replicate their roster in preparation for the game. Spent a lot of time in the film room, had managers running all over the place, trying to offensive rebound, 3-on-5, 3-on-6, just trying to make it as chaotic, as physical, I guess, as you could make it. We were back on our heels those first 2 ATOs, and then I need to help them close it down that last ATO.
Buzz, when you were trying to hold on to that 3-point lead at the end of regulation, should JJ have taken a timeout, or do you want him to be aggressive and taking the ball up?
Yeah, arguable. I could have called a timeout. Well, I couldn't have called a timeout. JJ could have called the timeout, or anybody on the floor. We just haven't been great out of timeouts, to be honest with you. And sometimes within the flow of what we're doing, if we can try to get it calmed down, sometimes it's better for us if we don't call a timeout and let the defense get set. But for sure, that possession, and I don't know if it was the possession before that or after that it would have been arguable that I could have called another timeout. When they're sideline out of bounds, if we're sideline out of bounds offense, their defense is a 1-3-1, and so Yeah, arguable.
That's 2.5 halves pretty much of pretty good shooting, and then tonight really good shooting from behind the arc. Is that something that you've seen progress? Is it just they're hitting some good nights? What kind of explanation do you have for the uptick in shooting percentage?
Well, I think they know we're last. I've told them, I've shown them. I don't think that if you look at our guys that if you were an evaluator, you would necessarily deem our guards great shooters. I'm not saying that. But I don't know that you would necessarily say we're the worst in the country either. I think some of it, Travis, has probably been shot selection, and we've kind of gotten better at that. I think some of it has been we've added sets where, Travis, you're shooting this ball, and everybody on our team knows you're shooting it, and they understand what I'm about to say as well. Travis is going to shoot, and statistically speaking, Travis is going to miss. So the play is designed for Travis to shoot it over here, and you remember how the play ends when Travis catches the ball? We're our rebounders. They're all on the weak side. So a lot of our plays have been designed for Travis to shoot it, then there's no surprise, and then for our go-get guys, our offensive rebound guys, to be on the weak side to have a chance to get it. And the numbers say that that's been pretty good relative to the offensive rebounding rate. When we make it, that good for Travis.
The turnover battle was such a huge momentum swing in terms of like playing press and getting the ball and keeping the momentum going. Was that something that was a game plan decision for the game and something you wanted to focus on?
Yes, sir. We've been pretty good in our zone press. I think they've been good, and they run two different presses. I thought we handled theirs for the most part okay, other than the possession he's talking about when we broke it and didn't make a great decision. I don't know that a lot of their turnovers came from our press, but I think that it shortens the game, which probably helps us.
Piggybacking off what Travis said, Coach, did you like your team's shot selection in the final 2.5 minutes? You guys kind of had the lead, and that's when LSU kind of creep back in.
Yeah. Okay. I think the last 2 minutes, I think we had one turnover, if not two, and then on the other end, the difference was we forced them to miss. We just didn't finish the possession with the rebound, and so. You want to take perfect shots, but as important as the perfect shot is, you want to get a shot. You don't want to give them an extra shot by, we turn it over, now they get a shot, and then the three that they hit, that was their third shot that possession. That was a backbreaker for sure.
But understanding that, you're disappointed now. Tomorrow, do you think you're going to look at this game and be more encouraged, or are you still going to be discouraged by it? Because y'all did do well on the turnovers.
Yeah, maybe bits and pieces of both. A lot of what we did was good. And it's such a thin line relative to winning and losing no matter what level. But we have a lot to overcome, and we've made such great strides. And in many respects, in the strides that we're trying to take, we did that. We failed tonight in the defensive rebounds for sure. Everything we're going through in many respects is a first rep for all of us. And I thought we failed in our fight, if that's the appropriate word, the first 8 minutes of the first half. And we failed, and I was included in the fail over the last ATO. I've got to find ways to help them more. The middle 28, very encouraged by.
Over the last 2 games, we've seen a lot of production off the bench. You have the bench scoring 21-7 today. How important it is for you to think like players like Chandler and Jackson to produce off the bench?
Well, it just gives us it gives us some maneuverability. At Vanderbilt, I thought everybody collectively, it was the best we had played collectively. And relative to their role on the team, I thought they were as productive as they've been in that role. I thought tonight, I didn't think E-Man was as good as he has been, but I think the guys that ate the minutes that he typically gets were as good as they have been in a while. So that's encouraging, so that we have a couple of different choices. Aku had 2 fouls in the minute and a half he played. Yeezy was just okay, but I think all of those guys have a role that can help us, and I thought in some regards, some of those heavy minute guys, when it went to overtime, I think we were just a little overgassed.
Travis, you want to say?
Over those last 3 games, do you feel like the level of expectation has risen?
That's good.
For the team?
Yeah, I think they're encouraged. You know, they're probably a little smarter than the adults give them credit for. They know what's going on, and I think the other thing is we probably discount what they have been through up until this point, entering this season as well. Fight like crazy to win all guarantee games, finish in last place at Disney World, and then yeah, they're not fooled by all that they've been through. They're having to live it, right? And so for them to keep fighting and trying and understanding we got to keep going. I'm not saying it's right or wrong as a coach, but as a human being, I have great respect for that. But they know what's up. They know what's up.
Thanks, Coach.